Welcome to the Imagineers Workshop. I'm G. Willow. I want to start off by saying that this channel, the Imagineers Workshop, supports our first responders, those men and women that put their lives on the line each and every day for you and for me, and especially to nurses, men and women who take care of us when we're ill and we're sick and dying. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you stay tuned to the end, I will tell you how I came about with this philosophy. It's something that I grew up with. Well, today we're taking a look and we're trying to find the nurse of the desert. And let's take a look and see what we can find. Well, we're in the Sonoran Desert and we're looking for the nurse plant. Typically it's a tree, either a Palo Verde or a mesquite tree that protects the small saguaro when it's a seedling. It's mid-morning here and things are starting to get dry this time of year. And I think we're coming across a great sample, the nurse tree. Well, I've been looking for something like this for a while. You can see the Saguaro Cactus that's in the Palo Verde tree. That Palo Verde tree is called the nurse plant. The baby seed starts to emerge, but it needs, in these harsh conditions here in the Sonoran Desert, some protection. And that tree gives it that protection. Keeps it from the sun, shaded, and also keeps it from the wind and the harsh conditions here in the Southwest Desert. The Saguaro Cactus would not survive its early life if it weren't for the nurse trees. Well, we're still looking for the nurse of the desert. We're bushwhacking through this wash. I don't recommend it. I often get asked questions about rattlesnakes, and I say I've had my share of run-ins with them. I typically leave them alone. They want to warn you. They don't like you any more than you like them. Well, it's not only the Palo Verde that does a job as the nurse of the desert. There are other trees as well, like the ironwood tree. It's been the nurse plant for this Stagg Hornet cactus here in the Sonoran Desert. It's amazing how, in the Imagineers Workshop, things work together for survival. Well, you can see the Saguaro cactuses behind me and the Palo Verde trees. I don't think those Palo Verdes are the nurse trees. They might be the great-great-grandchild of the original nurse plant or nurse tree. They just don't live that long. But these Saguaro cactuses, they are ancient and they've been around a long time. Amazing! This is one of the greatest examples of a nurse tree that I've ever seen. The nurse of the desert. This Palo Verde tree has been responsible for protecting these three saguaro cacti over the years. It's done a great job. You can see the massiveness of these. Oh, there's that number 3, the Trinity in the Imagineers Workshop that we see so often. This nurse of the desert has done a great job of protecting these saguaro cacti. The nurse of the desert. If it wasn't for this nurse tree, these saguaro cacti would not have survived the harsh conditions of the Sonoran Desert. Amazing. At the beginning of this segment, I told you I would share with you where my philosophy was birthed. See, as a young boy, I grew up in a house of 2 sailors. My father served in the Navy from Korea through Vietnam. In my home, you said yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And police officers were known as police officers. Anything else was derogatory. and you might get your mouth washed out with soap. So my parents had a great respect for authority, and so do I. And to our first responders, again, I say thank you, and especially to our nurses. And remember, the best is yet to come.